Haha, joke's on you. I'm actually playing straight through. Maybe you took a break and got a cup of tea. I did not. I need to see if I can do this. Alright, remember our rule. We can't preempt. I mean, I know what'll happen here, but my character does not.
Hello there. I have a pretty proposal for you.
Hi, Garrick. Bodyguards. Yeah, we could do that. I work for Silke Rasenna. She's the most skilled musician and actor along the Sword Coast. In fact, she used to play at the Ducal Palace. Or Ducal, before the month's done. However, she's been having some problems of late. Some thugs have been hired by Felderpost to hurt her bad because she didn't perform at his inn when she was supposed to. You can't blame her for not showing up, what with a villain like Felderpost running the place. She needs mercenaries to protect her until she's ready to go to Baldur's Gate. I'm willing to pay 300 gold. Sounds fair. Show us to this mistress of yours. You know it's bad when you lose character control. This is the game saying, I know best. Alright. Again, I'm itching to drop traps and things. And I love the portrait. So Garrick, these are the only mercenaries you could find? I guess they'll have to do. You look to be worth about 300 gold. That's what my little Garrick offered you, isn't it? Well then, I assume Garrick explained what your duties are. You must simply dispose of the ruffians when they come to threaten me. They shouldn't be too hard to deal with, but I would advise you strike first. Whatever you do, don't speak with them. One of them is a mage whose mystic words can sway even the most wise men. Here they are now, Felderpost thugs. Strike when I tell you. Greetings, Silke. We're here as you've asked, and we have the... Don't try to threaten me. I won't be an easy prey for you to beat on. I brought friends. What are you talking about? We're here with the gems that... Shut up! Let me know wheezing out of this one. Strike now! Kill them all! Stop this madness. We won't murder those who are obviously innocent. The deal is off. In any case, you're probably too cowardly to be of any good in a fight. I will deal with them myself after I deal with you. Okay, she is carrying an axe, which I haven't seen before. A quick look at her abilities shows that she's not very strong. So if we could fight a one-to-one with a sword, we'd probably win. Low armor class as well. But she's a bard, and bards mean spells. So we are going to... Am I stealth? Oh, she is... Okay, this is from SCS. She is trying to scry our location. But if we're fast enough, she won't see us. Okay, detect invisibility. Let's see if we can... Okay, we now know there's a threat. We can use whatever we can against her. Traps. Snare succeeded, and I'm not going to muck around. Another... Oh, okay, that one didn't work. Okay. I think it is worth dropping shield. And now we're going to drop a web up top. And I'm pretty sure web does not cause the good people of the town to get angry with you. Web, 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 web. Let's roll in and pour arrows on this young actress who threatens us so. Although now I can't see her. I wish I'd place this a little bit further up. She's still held. Where is she? Silke is currently affected by invisibility. And the problem with invisibility is it lasts forever. Like it lasts for 24 hours or something. I'm going to just quickly reload because I think before I cast... Because if she's held, she can't respond to me. So I'm going to just quick load before we cast the web. We need to get her to see us. So I'm going to break stealth and put an arrow. Mirror imaged. I don't like that sound at all. So I think I'm going to sneak. Okay, so just so we're clear, this is some madness here. Minor sequencer, 2 orbs. Yuck. Okay, we need to treat this like a real threat. The trap went off and it didn't hit anything, so she's right here with us. She's invisible and she's going to wreck us. We have to find her. But if she's firing off a sequencer, she's probably visible now. No. And where the hell is she? She's... maybe up... oh, she's going to spot us. She is going to spot us now. Cupio Veritas Lightjet. This is not going to work. Blinded! Yes, it worked! I told you it would. Okay. We are going to take her out with arrows, and that should be enough, because she is blinded for a good long time. We have to break through all of her... good luck. We had very good luck then. Let's chop through her... chop through her mirrors, her images. We had... oh man, Silke is terrifying. Yep, this is quite a reasonable way to deal with her. Trying to fight her fairly is just not how this works. Silke is cruel. And we are fighting her fairly. She would have disabled us in a similar way and then taken us apart. In some ways she's worse than Tarnish. I usually find she does way more damage to me than Tarnish does. And... smack. Ooh! Now that's interesting. That's an axe +1 and a cloak of protection. Now I'm trying to remember what rules I have. So normally you can't have 2 magical items that improve your armor class. So a ring +1 and a cloak +1. I think I set it so that I can have magical armor and a ring, which is normally against the rules. Yeah, this is what I'm saying here. You can't have multiples, so that's okay. We've taken her out. That's good. Jeez. It's never an easy fight with her, so we did well there.
Hello there.
Thanks. We got a potion of defense. We can use that. Sets armor class to 0, so if we're forced into a melee fight, we've got an option to deal with that. Garrick, I'm going to leave you there because you, yeah. Okay. We were down in Nashkel before. Let's head back up there after rolling past here and selling off this axe. And potentially having another sleep. I want to be able to have as many spells as we can get while traveling. And I could identify this. It might just be worth keeping one of these identify spells. But okay, 750. Boom. I'll just keep the cloak for later. Alright, we'll quickly rest, identify this cloak, and then we'll keep going. Oh, that gives us a protection against saving throws. Now, I believe the ring does as well, but let's just test that. Saving throws, so 5 minus 1. We take off the ring. 6, yes. So the ring does give us protection against... so it does improve our saving throws as well. Well, we can't use this cloak, so we'll sell it to this guy in here. Once we get the bag of holding, we can do big shopping runs and sell all these things at once. But yeah, 1,500, that's going to help us out. See, this is where the question of whether you start buying magical ammunition cuts in. Hour of Biting, for example, is exactly what you want to deal with mages. But usually they'll have enough defenses to block it off, and there's no bonus to hit, so you're just paying for the poison damage. Yeah. It could be worth buying 1 or 2, but they're so expensive. That's per arrow, so no one's going to buy that. Lower your prices, Tarum. Come on. Alright, we won't get our spells back, we'll just keep going. Can't spend all day in here. Let's go down to the Nashkel mines and get this done. It's a good quest.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
2 wargs. I think we've experienced this before. I will try and drop a sleep spell. Why can't I drop a sleep spell? Why can't I drop a sleep spell? Why is that not triggering? Sleep. Oh, I've got blindness, not sleep. So blindness being a single targeted spell, this isn't going to work because we'll blind one and the other one will eat us. We haven't got the shield spell. No, we just bail. They're not worth the experience points. Besides, I have something else in mind. Now, in the old game, you could find a beautiful Wand of Frost that was wonderful for doing two things. Attacking and destroying really, really high hit point, scary enemies, but also turning them to ice and then blasting them apart, where you would lose their items. But I'm not sure what's in here this time. Nothing at all. Thanks for that. Okay, well, the mines are here. Tempted to... actually, I can find a use for the... I can find a use for this. Yeah. Those two blindness spells are going to help us get a particularly nasty opponent dealt with, if we can. Normally this is where we would find a wonderful sword that would get us through the whole game, but of course the item randomizer is at work again. Okay. Again, I can't react without knowing what will happen, so you can get through there, good. My instinct to drop traps and prepare for a fight, I can't follow it.
Oh, beauteous creature. You are my masterpiece.
I should never have stolen the emeralds, but there was nothing else that would capture the majesty. Grey Wolf has sent you, hasn't he? That's the bounty hunter they thought we were. So there must be a bounty on this man. No. Thank Denier. I thought I was done in. I'm not cut out for a life on the run. Perhaps you could help a foolish sculptor finish this epiphany. Please guard this place, and surely Grey Wolf will come, seeking the bounty on the gems. I will pay with my last possessions if you would do this one service for me. Yeah, this is quite true, really. I don't fancy trying to get between a bounty hunter and his bounty. But yes, I will guard you. Wonderful. 'Tis a monument. I saw her but once on the outskirts of Evereska, and she said nothing. I let thee pass from mine eyes, and mine heart hath cursed me for it. I wonder who the she is in this. He's been using potions of speed to aid his work, and I've not slept for days. Oh, that's beautiful.
None cross Grey Wolf and live.
That's Grey Wolf. I have come for you, Prism. No, not yet. My work is nearly done. Please, I implore you. Your sentiment is wasted on me, fool. You are but gold in my purse. Do you make your situation worse by hiring help to protect you? Who are you, fools? Alright, well, we need to annoy him and ask that he doesn't kill Prism. Who we are is unimportant. What is important is we are armed to the teeth and we mean to stop you from hurting him. I'll sell your blades for scrap and make soup of your spell fixings. Pity you'll not live to realize the mistake you've made. Okay, so he is right on top of us. We need to run skis. Are we at all faster than him in movement speed? I certainly hope so. Oh, that's a really bad mistake to make, Aodhan. Come on. Ugh. Can we break line of sight? If this guy catches us, we are cactus, just so I'm clear. Hey, he just stopped chasing us. That's good. Alright, now we know we've got a threat. We can deploy defenses and deal with him. Hopefully we slow him with this. Snare successful. And snare failed. Maybe it's worth putting the extra 25 points in so we can just reliably use these. I think this threat deserves a bit of extra beauty as well. Let's web this guy. Seriously, if we fight him one-to-one, he will obliterate us. Grey Wolf held. Let's roll in and fill him full of arrows. Boom. 76 hit points remaining. Okay. We should also attempt to blind him. Oh! He's blinded. We're good. He is stuffed skis. And that trap did... I wonder if there's something bugged here, because that did so much damage. It's firing off twice. I don't think it should be firing off twice. I'll look into it, but yeah, as you can see, the blindness spell is just awesome when it lands. There's no bonus to save, and we just took out, like, yeah, we wouldn't have lasted 2 seconds against him. 1400 experience points, that's good. And a longsword +1 for it. Hey, Prism. Alas, my work is complete. Take what you will from my possessions, but leave the sparkle in her eyes. Oh, sweet creature, my effigy to thee is done. Perhaps our paths shall cross in some distant realm. I shall find the courage to call thy name, Elisim. Ah, this is a name you should take down for later. And then he dies, because you shouldn't, you know, use a million oils of speed. And we're going to just nick these and hand them back to someone else. So we'll make good money off those. Don't sell the gems. Remind me, don't sell them, okay? Cool. Alright. Should we go down into the Nashkel mines? This is like the first little, not a boss area. Oh, there may be someone boss-shaped down there, but let's see how we go. For spells, we actually don't want to be using blindness down here. We're going to need a crap load of sleep. Web would be handy. Yeah, let's use those two. We'll rest up here. And we'll roll down here and clear the mines. I really should set up some kind of timer when I do this, because I never know how much time I have left. Okay. We're also about to encounter probably my favourite little soundbite in the whole game. From Emerson, right here. Listen.
So you want to take a look at me mine, do you?
I just love it. It's good. There be problems in the lower level, where we lost some workers. The men talk of things a moving below, but who's to say? The earth, she hides many things from sight. Alright. Now we can go down here and clear the mines. You get out of the way.
Stand away, citizen!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Oh, I'm so tired.
More adventurers, eh? I'll leave you... I'd leave while you still can, if I were you. I've heard awful stories about what's been happening to those who go deeper into the mines. What have you heard? My friend Ruffy barely escaped with his life, he did. Little demons jumped out of the very walls and chased him down. He'd be dead now if it weren't for the guards that came running. Of course, them guards are dead now. Old Ruffy's around here somewhere. You should ask him about what he saw. He'll tell you. Ruffy, what's up, man?
Leave us be. 'Tis much work to be done.
What do you want? Tell me, what do these demons look like? What do they look like? Look like demons, you blasted idiot. And that's the end of him. Okay. There's nothing really on this level. I've searched it before. Oh, I should bite my tongue. There are foes on this level, thanks to the radar. Let's see if we can locate them. Miner Leslie.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Lots of walls everywhere they are. No room to breathe. No room to breathe. They said they paid excellent wages, they did. Didn't say anything about little holes, did they? No. Space is too small. They are. Space is too small. Are you okay? What? Don't you see the walls? Walls everywhere. No room to breathe. No room to breathe. They said they pay excellent wages, they did. Space is too small. So he's fine. He's well. What is it you want? Can't you see I'm a busy man? I'm trying to help. What you can do about it? Sure, there's been some problems. The ore that we've been pulling out of this place is crumbling as soon as it's cast. What are the creatures? Oh, the miners talk. They'll tell you stories about evil creatures and how the whole place is haunted. I don't believe it. Poor maggot's probably just getting lost in the dark, if you ask me. Okay, so you're saying that there's no real risk out here. We're going to switch to dagger, by the way. Does less damage, but it gets fired faster. And it should be enough to wipe out some of these little guys in here. We'll swing past him in a bit. Ah, kobold. If it's just one, then I think it's shanken time. Let's just quickly check something. To hit is 16. To hit is 17. We actually do better at range. But there's a bonus to hit with these, so it's worth doing it that way. Let's talk with Dink over here. Hey, Dink.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
I'm going to give this dagger to Kylie. Sure, I'll return his dagger. Done. Just the kind of bloke I am, mate. Don't you worry about me. Oh, Commando. I wonder if we can backstab him quick enough. 7 hit points. We should be able to do it. Or we'll just straight up miss. It's one of the two. And we have to fight 2 of these guys up close. I'd rather fight the Commando at close range because they've got fire arrows. And we may as well just ride this out. We've got enough hit points to wear through whatever they've got. Shank him, man. Come on. Oh, God. Like, I could have just sat back and shot an arrow at them and then run off, another usual thing. It just feels like I should be better than that. Chuck a throwing dagger at this guy. I'm going to break off, make you chase me. Chase me, chase me. We should get the first shot this way. And... pop. There we go. That's what I thought about the daggers. Alright, let's just go to the next level down. Tempted to start casting things like shield and armor, but if we manage the battle properly, we shouldn't need them. Unless we get like swamped by a whole heap of them at once, which is about to happen right now. Never fear, we shall protect you from any harm. But well, he seemed to get away safely enough, and sometimes he doesn't. And we can quick save now. What have we got? What's the problem? 4 in a tight brick. That's probably worth casting a spell on. Go to sleep. And we knocked them all unconscious. Let's take these boys out. Double damage. You should get like a bonus attacks when enemies are prone like this, like attacks of opportunity. I don't know if you've played Neverwinter Nights, but I believe it's how it works. If you're rendered helpless, just the enemy just gets to wail on you. I would really like to play through Icewind Dale as well, and in particular complete Icewind Dale 2, because I've never actually done it. Alright, last time we had a hell of a time dealing with 2 of them before. Let's see if we can use our bow. Click, click, and hit this Commando. That was a miss. Okay, let's hit him with arrows. We hit him. See, like, this works, but it's kind of a bit cheap, isn't it? Hit him again. Boom, we got him. Now, where did that Commando go? Up to the north, it would seem. Let's break the line of sight and force him to close. There we go. Any more with you, or is it just the one? Because if it's a lone kobold, which it's almost, but it's not quite. Using terrain, using cover. Yeah, last time I played through this, I had that Fighter Mage Thief character, and I loved how it played. Someone's getting into backstab range. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see if we can deal with this Commando. He only has 3 hit points left, so my thinking is we attack from an angle like this. There we go, got him. Alright, we're doing well. And those fire arrows, we will start collecting them for later. Anything up here we can toss arrows at? We'll grab the arrows while we're here, also I'm going to forget to grab them. Of course, the arrows mean we break stealth, so now would be a bad time to run to like 100 kobolds, but it could happen. We need to go back down the other way anyway, so we'll just quickly search here. Hey, how are you doing?
Stand away, citizen!
Okay. Would a suspicious move be to steal weapons from right behind you? Apparently not. There's a crap load more that my radar is detecting. See, I figure if the game's going to spawn enemies in on me in weird spots, then maybe I get the right to use the radar. Yeah? Or maybe I'm giving myself an excuse to use it. Could be that. Ah, Kylie, we have his dagger, remember?
So dark down here.
Anybody else here? Some axes. A bit of the ore. I'm going to grab a bit of that, actually. It's useful for later on when we find out what's causing it. We can sort of take it back to a well-known blacksmith and he can have a look at it. How many do we have? 2 up there. Let's break line of sight. Oh, that's not good. We've already broken our stealth. We're going to re-stealth. Pop. And we'll try that again. So it is possible, if you think, you know, you could play other classes that have invisibility and do scouting with them. So, for example, mages have the invisibility spell, that's level 2, which is really good. We will make good use of that. And then we also have, clerics have a sanctuary spell that functions a lot like invisibility. But the thief can just drop in and out of it at will. There's no worry about having enough spell slots to do it. So I love playing thieves. And I never really played with them much when I was first playing as a kid. I'd always make a big party, full party of 6 characters. And I would have lots of warriors because they had the most health. And I thought I'd be safest. And it's true for the first bit of the game, but then you find that actually it's saving throws that keep you alive more than hit points. Being able to endure attacks and dodge effects and things. So, actually, and having a small party... drop behind here. Having a small party levels up a bit faster. Which means you can kind of... Yeah, let's drop him behind this guy and shank him in the back. Oh, yeah, I'll risk it. Rewarded for my risk-taking behavior. Although this is not good because here we are backed into a corner. I can't easily escape if like 100 kobolds come running around the corner, which they then do. Okay, that's good. We're gonna break out. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm not a fan of those. Let's drop in here. We should be safe from them. Yeah, okay, hide and shadows succeeded. Can we use those guards to help us out? Can we likely backstab with enough damage? I'm going to even deploy. Since I'm going to have to rest anyway. Oh. Will this guard help us out? He will. We have so little health, but I want to catch this kill. I want to catch this kill, damn it. We have no health left. It's a good buffer there. Come on, take this guy out, would you? Okay, well he took it. Doesn't matter. I wish we grabbed more arrows off these. The fire arrows are great. Okay. Now these guys will probably wake up soon if they haven't already. I'm going to sneak in and backstab this guy. Shank. Thank you. That's how it's supposed to work. Oh no. Precious seconds remain. Again, this is the risks. This is why I think I should start using armor spells, because they are going to keep us alive. Let's come on, stealth mode. Stealth, stealth, stealth. Let's get in and shank these guys. Now, which way is the head? The back of them. Ooh, is that Laurel's tears? If it is, that is worth an absolute scad. It's not quite. Okay. Took a lot more damage than I wanted to, but that's the risk of fighting the kobold commandos. They are serious business. Again, we can fight safe and take no damage, but it's boring for you guys to watch. Damn, it'd be really good if we could actually hit these guys. And yes, with a bit more firepower, like a magic bow or a compound bow, this goes much, much more easily. That's how I like it. Alright, we don't actually have to kill all of them, we just have to take out the commandos if we can, and get their magic arrows. This guy's going to cop it. That bonus to hit is what makes the backstab so much more reliable than using our bow. So single enemies out on their own, that's what we're going to be doing. Halberd and spear. I wish there were better spears and more classes that use them. I like the idea of using a spear in this game. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put some snares down up through here. And then rest. And our snares remain. So sort of an advanced strat for later on is to drop tons and tons of snares in places like this. Commando. Let's see if we can put them all to sleep. Or should we try a web? Web will definitely work. And if we need to escape back, we can. Did that commando get held? Yes, he did. We're going to switch to our bow for him. I just want to make sure we hit him and kill him. Problem is I can't really see where the web begins. I think I can see web there. We can probably go one more step further. And we can't see anything else. Oh, there's a nasty guy there. Is that a kobold? Looking good. A commando who's moving. We don't want to cop anything from him. So actually we're going to just try and bait him and get a shot off. But if he comes this way, he's held. Which means we have free shots on him. So I'm going to switch to dropping traps as a matter of course in areas like this. So we've always got a line of retreat. You know? We can go one more step. It says that there's still some held kobolds down here, but they're out of vision. I think we're going to have to pop down. Okay, so the webbing has stopped. We might get a free shot on him though. Okay, pull back. We may as well use our traps. If we have to, drop into stealth. And we'll hit this guy with an arrow. If he comes around the corner, he's going to cop all our traps. You've got some more coming. Let's pull back, use our traps. almost there. Here's Cactus. I might check the forums after this and just see why I'm getting double arrow effects. Double trap effects. Because I shouldn't be. One snare up here. Let's see if we can backstab this bad boy. There we go. Ooh. A vial of mysterious liquid. Alright, we've got that one more snare up top in case we need to come back to it. I think I might drop a snare here where I am. And it succeeded. Yeah, I should just start dropping snares as I move through a level, so we've got the option. Besides, we earned it. We spent the points. It meant we couldn't rob things, but it does mean we can handle nastier combat situations like this. We've got a line of retreat, you know? I reckon I'm going to throw a dagger at him. Let's see if that prompts an attack. Stealth mode active. Oh, they're in a nice little clump. It'd be a shame if they all got really, really webbed. The commando saved. Which means, I reckon... Whoops, breakaway. He's on his way, I think. Let's see if we can just get some rounds on him. There we go. He's held. We don't want to fall into the web. That's a super important thing. Because the daggers come out much faster. Actually a really good weapon. If we wanted to, I could oh, we got caught in our own web. So long as no one else gets free, we'll be fine. But yes, we could kind of do some farming in a way. We could farm for, what are they called? For the daggers. Over in the high hedge. I've done that before and got a whole heap of them. Oh, hello. Couple here. I reckon we might chuck a web their way as well, or a sleep spell. Kobold is he saved, but oh, we're gonna hold off. We're gonna just put one more on these, I think. It's this guy here I'm worried most about. I'm actually going to ignore him and make sure we kill the commando, because I think I can just deal with him as needed. He's hitting pretty well, but it's just normal arrows. If we get hit by a commando, we're in serious trouble. We've got our traps as well. His traps are very, very powerful. I'm a big fan of using traps. Okay. And that's the thing, like, a mage, there are spells that act like traps, but they aren't as useful as the traps we have. And by the end of the game, we're going to have access to every single trap in the game, including some of the really nasty late ones, which are just beautiful to use. Alright. Also good to drop traps where you rest, and that's a crap load of kobolds. I think we might need to use our shield item for the first time. That is... oh my god. I think part of it is if you come to this area when you are higher level, there are more enemies, but this is just ridiculous. We need some kind of weapon that engages an area of effect. Also, I think we just found Joseph's greenstone ring. I'm going to wear it so that we don't risk selling it to someone by accident. Okay, let's get a look at the land and see what we're dealing with. I reckon if I'm very clever, I might be able to... I think we're definitely going to pop this shield spell. So our armor class is now -1, and it's better even than that when dealing with ranged attacks. Stealth. I wonder if I can chuck this way in deep. Whoa! Oh, okay. That's probably a little too... A kobold guard. I don't think I've ever encountered them. They must be new. Let's chuck a web in there if we can. Okay. I had a mod running for a while that allowed me to wear armor and cast spells with a casting a chance of casting failure, and that was good for a while. Problem was it kind of you'd always miss at really inopportune times. And hit him with an arrow. What I would love to have here is a fireball spell, skull trap. Toss that in there and just wipe out all of them in one hit. We're doing well enough here though. Oops, that's a guard. Let's take him out first. I figure he's going to be worse than the others. Although they're falling pretty quick. What's a guard? A guard has Noma sticker. Oh, I know what this is. The sticker is a poison dagger, which has a chance of poisoning them as well. We do not want to cop poison damage, so we must engage them in range combat, not at close range. I wonder if I can get vision on just a couple more bad guys without getting myself in trouble. They look like they're going to come out and get me. Oh, we got armor. We can take him out at close range. We've got that shield up and happening. Let's have a quick look at this dagger. The gnome sticker. Though kobolds do not normally wield poison daggers, it is evident that they have been given the means to make them. The crudeness of the construction of this weapon, however, does not lessen its deadliness. In fact, it can be just as deadly to the wielder as it is to the victim. So 6 poison damage save to avoid, but there's a 1 in 20 chance of nicking yourself and getting poisoned. I would imagine that even though these are fairly plentiful, they're actually quite valuable. So we're going to probably collect all of them. How long does this shield spell last as well? I'm just going to make sure we are shown here. Save party members. Okay, so we're shown up here as well. I can see how long my spells are going to last for. We can't sneak because he might see us even though he's asleep. Okay, are there any more of those gnome stickers? Also, I'm pretty sure kobolds have a particular hatred of gnomes, which is probably why the name gnome sticker is stuck around. Okay, how long is our shield spell going to last for? Doesn't say. Oh well. I'll get rid of that. Back into the window. And that's a kobold. Is he on his own? No, of course he's not on his own. Jesus Christ. I think that's a web if I ever saw one. Pop, 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 pop. See if we can get a better view. I don't want to get caught in my own trap. Let's roll over here and see what we can find. Make sure we don't get stuck in our own trap, though. There's one of those guards with a gnome sticker. Again, one more level of mage, and we'd have a fireball to toss in there. Oh, we've got one, do we? I gotta say, having played with throwing daggers myself in real life, you're doing well to hit anything with them, unless you're very, very good. But very satisfying when you do. But I haven't really just found any kobolds in my area to fight against. There we go, life is good. Gee, I'm gonna just go in and stab them. Gnome sticker? I'm gonna duck around the corner, go into stealth mode, and try and get a backstab on one of these. It's hard to know what direction they are in, though. Like, which way is the back? I reckon they were facing us, so that might be the back. Yes, got them. Problem is, we're not going to have much space for these gnome stickers after a while. Because we can't put them... I can get rid of my club. We're not really using that. The throwing daggers, part of me thinks we're probably better off. No, speed factor really is a huge factor. So we'll keep them. Pop. We got him. Alright, we're doing quite well here and getting some decent experience too. We're not far from our next level. I reckon I'll finish this section and then we'll make our cut there. And how are we doing for spells? One sleep spell, no web. I would much prefer... Let's see what happens if we sleep. Did that spawn a whole lot of bad guys? Didn't seem to. Okay. Let's see if we can find the rest of these. I think web is good because it shuts down most of them immediately. I think there's... I got a feeling there's a trap around here, if I remember correctly. Well... These things happen. I'm going to chuck a sleep instead. It allows me to get in a bit closer. And they all go down. What do we have? Anyone alive? Anything nasty? No. Use our bow. Range attacks works a bit differently. I think they, the attack goes off pretty much straight away. I'm just spreading my effects a little bit to see if I can get them to run away in fear. But actually that's not really a wise choice. Much rather have them straight up die. But yes, I was talking about Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale 1... In some ways, I have a different kind of experience with Icewind Dale 1. It's... You make your whole party in that game, so there aren't NPCs to pick up, and it's differently paced. It's kind of like a dungeon crawler, rather than being... I'll just quickly run through here and see if there's a trap, so I'm not wasting your time. Yes, there is. Aha! Someone's played Baldur's Gate a bit too much. But yes, it plays differently, but it's beautiful. Like, it's... how do I describe the difference? This game feels like a complete world, which is, you know, you can travel to every corner of it, and there are factions and things, whereas Icewind Dale is more rural. It's more out in the middle of nowhere. It's freezing cold, and it's different. Both games, I really appreciated both games growing up. I loved them. But I actually got further into Icewind Dale as a kid. I think I it was paced differently. Whereas Baldur's Gate, you hit an area where you're sort of stuffed, and whereas I think, how many bad guys are here? 1, 2, 3. There's enough there to warrant at least a sleep spell, I think. Can I get a shot without as many as I can get? We don't want him moving forward at all. She did anyway. That's odd. This, I find, can happen if the location you're trying to cast the spell on disappears. There we go. Well, we cast the spell twice, so they have to all go down. Oh, one of them didn't. One of them's awake in there. One of them's a save versus death. Let's see if we can take him out quickly. We hit him, and he didn't hit us. Pop. Was another one that's awake. Boom. Ouch. Yeah, shield amulet's off by now. It's just hard to know what's a... Oh, another one. Jesus. Okay, pop an arrow on him. Okay, the rest of them should be sleeping beauties. And quickly dealt with. But Icewind Dale 2 was a rougher one. It came out a bit later, and so by that point, games were sort of going fully 3D, and these pre-rendered backgrounds... Like, just so you know, like my understanding is someone has painted this background digitally, or, you know, it was scanned or something. And then the game designers come over and type in and sort of paint the logic of where you can walk and where things are. But it allows you to have beautiful maps, beautiful backgrounds with very simple hardware. And this whole generation of games where they were pre-rendered backgrounds, so Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, Resident Evil, things like Abe's Odyssey, they look a lot better than they have any right to look. You know, these are games running on basically nothing. You know, all Pentiums and whatnot. And, like, they ran really, really well for their time. So, actually, I wonder if I should do a playthrough of Abe's Odyssey. I mean, that's a hard game, but I've played the crap out of it. Now, if memory serves, there are traps here as well. So we kind of have to be looking for traps, and we have to pick one or the other, to look for traps or to be stealthy. That's one. I think if we track any further forward, yes, this is designed to stuff you up. Enemies don't trigger their own traps, of course. I'm going to actually retreat, I think. And then I'm going to put down a web here. Oh, wow. Did we time that properly? Just out of range. Jesus, that's a fire arrow coming in. Let's hope that commando gets stuffed up by and held. Yes, he is. Let's see if we can hit him first. We want that commando taken out. Remember there was a class in Neverwinter Nights that could shapeshift into a commando, into a kobold commando. Almost in homage to Baldur's Gate, and they were actually quite cool. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any more shots on anybody else here. We're kind of blocked. This spell has a tendency to kind of block you out. We could always chug a potion of freedom and walk straight through it, but that seems like a bit of a waste. Why are we seeing... Yeah. Just checking to see if there are any more kobolds. It would be cool if we could shoot from here and take out the bridge, but not so much. I'm just gonna... Did we loot these spots here? Yes, we did. Okay, well, that would have cleared up the web. We'll see how many there are and whether it's worth us... Oh. They're on the move, aren't they? Once they roll past, we will sneak behind one and kill him with a dagger, with a short sword. Pop. He hasn't seen us yet. Has he? Yes, he has. Ow. Again, I'm really a fan of backstabs, but if they keep moving, we can't be guaranteed to get them. Ah, stuff this. Cop an arrow. Got him. Let's keep our health in check. In case someone gets a critical hit on us and we wind up taking hits. If there's no one here, we'll disarm this trap. There is someone here, so we will deal with him first. Or her. Hard to know really with kobolds. Oh. I'm pretty sure kobolds have a better chance to hit at range. No, not so much. They've got pretty middling stats, don't they? No real bonuses. Yeah, they still manage to hit you. That's just like that. That's the game. Oh, come on. Is he getting extra attacks? It looks like he is. Alright, let's disarm this trap. Okay, I think there's more traps up ahead too, so let's keep an eye out for them. There we go. I'm going to drop into stealth, see if we can disarm it without picking up any bad guys. I should say too, SCS has a cry of help option, so normally what you could do is you could just sit out of range. Say you've got a clump of enemies here and there's one outlier, you could just move yourself so you can only see the one enemy and snipe him and the others wouldn't respond. But SCS makes that so that they do respond. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I reckon we're going to hit him with an arrow. He's got a gnome sticker, I'd rather not get copped by it. Great. And I might start using traps again in a second as well for the harder bad guys down here. Tempted to go for a backstab, but we don't want to get caught by his dagger. So instead we'll just... There we go, that'll hold him up for a second while he processes the hit. Come on, hit him. I'd be a real fan of you hitting this guy. I get the feeling there's more that have spawned up through here. I reckon we're going to try a backstab on this guy. Multiple enemies. We'll shoot, and we can use the corridors as cover. Moral failure running, but his buddy might be coming for us. Come on, sneak. Oops. That's not good. There's a guard right on top of us. Might have been worth putting a trap down. That would have been just the shot here, I think. And I really don't want to fight this guy in close. We're going to try and pull some moves here. We don't want to trigger any new enemies, though. That's the only thing. That was a critical hit, too. We don't want to get trapped in corridors as well. So let's see if he comes around the corner and tries to get us. Well, we can simplify the problem a bit by sniping him. And then back into stealth mode as soon as you're able to. So yes, we can use cover to evade our enemies here. Whereas a straight fighter would be unable to do this. He would just have to... I mean, he'd have much better armor, much better attacks, but... Oh, there's more over there, I think. So straight fighters are tougher overall, but don't have the tools... Apologies for my bit noisy road nearby. I find that fighters don't have the tools to adapt to a new situation. Something comes up which I haven't seen before. If I haven't got an item to deal with it, they're sort of stuffed. Now, that's, of course, not to say that you can't solo with a fighter. You certainly can. But I think having a thief being able to deal with traps and everything else, you've got a far more flexible character. And once you make your own traps, well, that just totally changes things. Where is that guy? He was right there. Hit him again. Dearie me. Actually, this is kind of fun. I'm really enjoying sneaking around and breaking line of sight and hunting these kobolds in their own little domain. Is he going to come through here? Or are we going to have to go hunt him out? There he is. Smack. Break line of sight. But yes, the last time I did this, I had the like big, heavy composite longbow, and one shot would reliably drop these guys. And I had 2 points, 2 specialization points in longbow, and it just you hit most of the time. But we wouldn't have gotten the spells we needed, and that was that's the real clincher. Because, I mean, whilst it's great having stealth abilities, we need to be able to deal with pop-up threats, things that come up out of nowhere and we're not ready for. And that's where spells come in. Spells are how you respond to, oh god, what is that? And so is stealth. Oh, there he is. And cop an arrow in the back. I wish I had a bag of holding for all these daggers. I'm pretty sure they're worth something. Okay, I think we're going to... Ooh. I think we're going to have a quick look around here. Kobold over there. Let's go and... I want to save my traps for the really nasty things out here. Shank him. Hey. Oh, 23 damage. Doubled. Although, how do you double into 23 damage? Maybe there's a 0.5 somewhere in there. Oh, another one. Let's drop in. Oh, there's a couple there. That looks like a sleep spell to me. Or a web. See if we can put arrows on them. Can I get one more visible? I don't want to risk getting held. There he is. There he is. He's held. Held in place. Easy pickings. Shows you just how dangerous spells like this are against us as well. Pretty much without exception, anything which works on our enemies works on us too. So being blinded, similarly disabling. Oh, that's a ghoul. Ghouls. Let's talk about ghouls. When ghouls hit, they have a chance... So, but firstly, they're undeads. They're immune to a whole lot of effects. All listed here. They have a stun ability, and stun is really nasty. It basically is the same as being held. If a ghoul gets you in melee range and paralyzes you, you're basically stuffed. They're not actually that dangerous an enemy besides that. There are a couple of enemies which can hold you in place like that. Carrion crawlers are the other one. And essentially, the tactic is to never engage in close range combat with these enemies unless you have a ring of free action or something. Like, I wouldn't try a backstab. I would make sure... I hope that web... No, that web is still in effect, so we're not going to risk running up there. If you're playing like a no reload run, I mean, anyway, just respect the threat, honor the threat. And a ghoul is a threat you need to honor. Or be a cleric and just blow it apart with turn undead. Where did he go? Where did he come from? And where did he go? Oh no. I don't like losing a ghoul. Did we kill him? We did not kill him. He's somewhere around here. Where the hell did he go? Got a bad feeling about this. And I'm pretty sure there may be a trap up here. I'm going to just walk through it, and if it turns up... Yeah, so my rule is we can kind of save scum a little bit around traps, otherwise I'd have to tiptoe across every single part of the map. The ghoul is here somewhere. He's got 3 hit points, and he needs to be found and killed. I don't want to come around the corner and find us a ghoul right there in front of me. Where the hell is that ghoul? Alright, well, we'll keep looking. We'll keep an eye out for him. Thing is, too, we don't have an invisibility spell. That is a great oh golly spell. That's not really what I call it, but I think you can follow. Poison spiders. Okay, so spiders are another enemy that we're learning about here. Spiders are pretty nasty. If they hit you, they poison you, and with certain parts of SCS and certain difficulty levels, like our slider, if we start pushing the difficulty up a bit higher, they have a webbing ability, which is extremely scary. Again, they can hold you like a ghoul could, but also they're able to poison you, so we don't want that. Spiders, of course, are immune to web attacks, because that's kind of their shtick. Where is this ghoul? How do you lose a ghoul? Guaranteed we're going to find him at the worst possible... Ooh. The way they move, too. I don't know whether it was just the old game was more zoomed in, but they were bigger in the old game, too. They've always been scary, but they used to be huge. And they used to move in a really creepy way. Ugh. The second spider is there. I think we might want... I don't think we can cast sleep on spiders. In any case, we haven't got the sleep spell slots available. So we might have to do some running and gunning here. They don't have a huge amount of hit points, so this tactic will work fairly well. Oh, that's the other one. Oh, not a fan of that. Let's drag them back through the level. Might be worth putting some traps up here, actually, so we have a fallback position. Let's keep running. Run as fast as we can. We'll drop a trap as we go. Successfully cast. There we go. That's one dead spider. It's just the basic snare. It took him out nicely. Ooh, I think we can probably hit him with an arrow. Probably, I said. Not definitely hit him with an arrow. I could attempt a backstab, but again, poison is not great. Whereas here we've got plenty of space to maneuver. Come on. Again, it's the safe way, but it's kind of the boring way. I sort of feel for you, the viewers, watching me kiting enemies, but this is kind of necessary when you're playing solo. With multiple characters, you can sort of set one character to run around and be the bait, while the other character is able to just pour arrows onto them. It makes that first ogre we fight over just to the south of Friendly Arm much easier. Usually have Emerson fighting and shooting and you just running backwards and forth. Where did you go then? Don't like losing track of a spider of that size. And I live in Australia. You think I'd be good with spiders? Hey, double level up. We get a couple more spells. Our backstab modifier's gone up. That's super good. ×3 means we probably kill most things. Thaco's gone up as well, so we're going to hit a little bit more often. That's got to be a good thing too. We could make set traps basically always work, which is very tempting. Or we can make our stealth abilities a bit better. I think we should probably do that. I think I'm going to set my find traps to 50, and basically that should be enough to largely forget about it, honestly. I'll put 5 here every level, just to keep that going. And we'll set our hide. So we have a greater than 50% chance to hide. And more spells. Okay. I think we're probably good for... With the Wand of Magic Missiles, it's not worth, I think, having this. You gain an extra level. It's 2 at 3rd level. So we hit with 2 of these. So that's 2d4 plus 2 damage, which is pretty good. Magic Missile is starting to become what we want to look for. I think I'm going to stick with sleep and use it just a whole lot more. We'll use a lot of... no, come on. Shield. We want to be able to survive things. We want to have an oh golly button. But we've got the item of shield, so we'll use that until we're out of slots for that. Mirror image. Oh no, something's going wrong. We cast that spell and we can survive in melee combat. And it also discharges spells pretty well, so I'm going to keep that. Snare cast. Let's grab a sleep. Good thing too is if you want to sleep in the wild and you're worried about being ambushed, is the trap will kind of protect you. Anyone turning up to try and ambush you gets taken out. Spell failure. Well, snare failure. And that one succeeded. Again, see how quickly we're putting down those traps? That's because of the improved alacrity, which we only have when we're outside of combat. Where on Helm's Good Earth is that ghoul? There's the ghoul. Oh, I can't tell you how much better I feel now. He's probably going to run into our trap, so... we could even hit him, you know. That's an option, to hit him. The ghoul I'm not so worried about. I think I'd rather just deal with him the old way, although if he disappears again... at a ×3 modifier, I would consider attempting a backstab, because that's likely to take him straight out, and... yeah. $39 hit points, that's really good. That's enough where I'm not panicking about being one-shot by things. There goes the ghoul. Next level up is 20,000, so we've got a bit of a while until that happens, but we've got some quests we can hand in soon, so that will help. And it's saying that there are bad guys around here, so we should keep our eyes open. Oh my, quite a number of them. Look at this. We could... so the thing is, if I fire from here, where I'm safe, I don't think I will be able to catch them all and hit them all afterwards, whereas if I risk a bit more and expose myself... actually, idea. Let's be clever about this. Mirror image, that way we can take a hit. Because what we don't want to happen is us to risk this. We're going to expose ourselves for a second and chuck a web right deep in here. There we go, we got one guy to fight. And then partway through I'm going to chuck a second web in there, I think. I'll run a webinar. God, that was awful, I'm so sorry. Oh, what the hell? This is some... Go to sleep. There, breakaway and breakaway. We are not playing this game. You guys can follow us. That's a ton of kobolds after us. Okay, we've got traps up here that will help us. And I reckon I can chuck another web down here. Got him. So now we've got enough spell slots to really defend ourselves, keep ourselves safe. Is there anybody in there? So that kept us alive. There's obviously a lot of... oh, there's a chieftain and a shaman. Those are new. Those have been added by a CS, guaranteed. Home sticker. Inventory is full. We're not going to be able to carry much more than this anyway, so look, I'll grab it, but I think we're going to have to. Just going to check on our target area up here. I don't want to get boxed in here, that's the thing. And they might come looking for us, that's the thing. Nope. I'm going to try and run through here if I can. And get a shot on anybody who's waiting. It's just one on his own, is it? Great, well, lone kobolds get shanked. There we go. Oh, triple damage. It's just nice, isn't it? Well, it's rather unkind, really, but... see if we can run them around this way. Oh, trap hit. Well, I will wait. Ay, ay, ay. Crap. Cop and arrow and die. Wonder what my neighbours must think I'm doing. Probably just this, let's be honest. They know me well enough. Ow. He just shot me. We're going to steadily deal with some of these, try and thin the numbers out, and then take out that bloody shaman and chieftain. I got a bad feeling about what they could be. I nearly looted then, but that would expose me. And I don't want to be exposed yet. Can I put down some more traps? Nope. Okay. Let's strategize. We've got a couple of sleep spells, that will help. I think we're going to have to run a game of asymmetrical warfare here. We're going to sneak in, kill who we can, and break out. And steadily thin their numbers so we're not dealing with 50 kobolds. Run away, run away. Oh, you could even hit him. That's more like it. So if I'm sassy with this, he's more accurate when I'm sassy. That's good to know. We've got another trap up here too. That's good to know. Hit him with arrow fire. Good. Kill him. Kill him now. Alright. I think we're running past our normal time, but we're on a quest, so I can get the idea. I can get behind that. Just miss. Just straight up miss. Again, there's like a class. It's a ranger kit that is just designed for archery. I think it's even called the Archer. Imagine that, and it's excellent for this. Just it would make mincemeat of this whole level. You get bonuses to hit with bows and all kinds of stuff. That's a crap load of bad guys. Are they advancing? No, they're stationary. Hot tip, don't be stationary, because then a halfling mage is going to do that to you. And who's left? A couple of them. I'm going to have to do some funky stuff here, I think. You sure we haven't got any? Okay, let's break up the formation. Kill who we can. That's good. Our healer come up and try and attack us. We'll put an arrow in him and then run. Where are they? I was thinking of, at some stage, doing a monk playthrough, a monk solo playthrough, but that sounds like hard mode. It's generally considered that the monk is the worst class to play in Baldur's Gate. So the monk is like, hand-to-hand combat. They move quickly, they get some really good advantages at later levels, but early on, the tactic is to use throwing daggers, apparently, and just use your movement speed to run away from things. They're an amazing late-game character, though. Like, they do tremendous damage. And, but by the time they get powerful, everybody else is really powerful. All the other classes have different items they can use, and yeah, it's a much better deal. I suspect we're not going to be able to use our sleep spell on things that are called shaman and chieftain. They're going to be too high a level to affect with it. They're so tough they don't even have to sleep anymore. Let's put an arrow in you. Maybe another one, just for good measure. That's too many. Hello. Gee, it'd be great if you hit what you aimed for. Come on, man. Let's hit the targets we aim for. Beautiful. At least we're able to regularly stealth now. That's just changing how we play. The boots are helping, and we got a decent score in stealth anyway. There we go. Now, is this area trapped like the last one was? I think it might be. I like how they stop when they're hit. Is he coming around the corner? I don't want to burn my trap up here. I think I'm going to have to use that. If it's a single kobold, I think we're going to be doing some backstabbing goodness. Boom. Look at that. Can't carry any more gnome stickers. I reckon we'll be carrying many of these back anyway, because there's items to pick up where we're going. I just love this little green hobbit dude. He's just cruising around, causing mayhem. In fact, this might be where I make the cut, because I figure we've got a big battle up ahead. I mean, look what's on the list. Commandos, Shaman. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. So I'll make the cut here, and I'll see you guys for the next one.